Hi and welcome to Spice and Pans. Today we'll be cooking Ayam Berempah or Malaysian style spiced fried chicken. So let's start cooking. We are proud to announce our collaboration with Pots and Pans Culinary Studio. Our local Chinese delight course features 10 of our dearest recipes for you to learn hands-on at Pots and Pans Culinary Studio. The experienced trainers here at Pots and Pans are prepped and ready to share with you the offline experience of our dishes. Join us in our exclusive local Chinese delight culinary course. Sign up with the link below or scan our QR code. See you there. Now we'll blend some of the ingredients together. I have with me over here 6 pieces of lemongrass using only the white stem, the tender part itself. Approximately 10 to 11 pieces of shallots. 4 to 5 pieces of garlic. And 20 grams of young ginger. Put everything into your blender or chopper. Add in 100 milliliters of water. This will help to make the blending easier and help it to make into a paste. Spread them out a little bit. Now we'll cover it up and proceed to blend them. This is what we want to achieve. Now we'll go and marinate our chicken. Now we're going to marinate our chicken. I have with me over here 3 whole chicken legs. I've cut it into halves like this, the thighs and the drumsticks separately. I have also made some small cuts like this so that they can actually absorb the beautiful seasonings later, as well as it's easier to cook them. Alright, so after this, we just add in the paste that we have made. Just pour everything in. Add in 1 tablespoon of coriander powder, 1.5 tablespoon of curry powder. I'm using meat curry powder. 1 teaspoon of cumin powder, half a teaspoon of chili powder, half a teaspoon of turmeric powder. This is also why I'm using gloves. I don't want to have yellow fingernails later. Add in an egg. I will also be adding in the leaves of 2 sprigs of curry leaves. I actually have this curry leaf plant. Very easy to actually have them bloom and blossom into very thick growing plant. But we are going to get this from the market. They have this on sale, so it's very cheap actually. But it's so much easier if you have this in your garden, right? So with this, we'll just mix this up first. This is one of my favorite fried chicken because it will be crispy, it's full of flavors, and I tell you, this is excellent with coconut rice or even just steamed rice alone. I forgot to add in salt. So 2 teaspoons of salt, put it in. Massage them. After you mix them up well, we're adding corn flour, approximately 6 to 7 tablespoons of corn flour. Pour them all in. Mix them up again. Once you have mixed them up, we'll just leave this in the fridge to marinate for at least 2 hours, preferably overnight, before we fry them. I'll see you back in a while. Now we'll deep fry our chicken. I've already marinated my chicken for 4 hours, including the 1 hour that I actually left them at room temperature. We'll fry some curry leaf first, basically to flavor up the oil and use this as garnishing also. Just 3 sprigs will be fine. Just drop them in. They might sprinkle a little bit. Just be careful. Just a short while will be fine. I'm using medium heat over here. Don't turn up the heat too high because the spices that we use will burn easily if the heat is too high. Okay, so something like this will be fine. Just remove them and let them drain. And now we'll proceed to fry our chicken. Now before we fry our chicken, make sure you mix them up a little bit. And we'll try to get rid of the spices that's on the chicken as much as possible by bringing them or pushing them out of the chicken. Alright, then we'll deep fry them. Okay, I'll show you how I do it. Now don't overcrowd your pan. Important thing is I'm going to fry them 2 to 3 pieces at a time. Skin side down first, right? Like this, put it in. We're going to fry them until they are a beautiful golden brown. Don't move the chicken around first. We'll let the crust form before we move it to the other side. Let it slowly fry because the chicken is pretty thick and the pieces are quite big also, so we need to slowly fry it at medium heat. I'm not using too much oil, but the oil must at least cover half the chicken itself. I'll continue to fry, and before I turn it over, I'll show it to you. I've been frying this for about 1 minute or so. Let's just give this a check. It has browned up a little bit, so let's turn it to the other side. The same thing also, don't move them around, we will just let them brown. Maintain the fire at medium. If it smokes too much, just reduce the heat a little. Now we need to fry this for approximately 12 to 15 minutes depending on how thick the chicken is. I'll continue to fry and show you how they look like in a while. I've been frying this for about 2 minutes already. I'll now turn it to the other side. Continue to fry this and turn this for every about 1 or 2 minutes just to make sure that the chicken is cooked. You want to achieve a darker brown than this. And now as you can see, there's a lot of bubblings. That means there's a lot of moisture in the chicken. Another minute or so has passed. I'll now turn it to the other side again. As you can see, it's turning to a darker brown. The very dark or black color over here, these are actually the blood that's oozed out. It's fine. Now the drumstick might take a little bit more time to cook compared to the chicken thigh, which is actually thinner in size as compared to the drumstick over here. So you might need to cook the drumstick a little bit longer compared to the thigh. Just remember, heat cannot be too high, otherwise you'll burn them. Now every minute or so, we'll turn it to the other side. Now can you reuse this oil or not? You definitely can, depending on what kind of cuisine you're cooking. If you're frying fish and you like a little bit of turmeric taste, then your fish itself, you can use this to fry your fish also, no problem. Wow, look at how beautiful this is. I can feel that it's also getting very crispy. They look almost done. Another 1 to 2 minutes later, I think they'll be done. As you can see, there's less bubbling now. That means there's not too much of a moisture in the chicken. They are almost cooked already. Although timing is very important, it is also very important to look at the color, right? So if it turns a little bit dark, please flip them over. Now the chicken, this is the color that we want. So they are basically done. We'll remove them from the oil and continue to fry the second batch. I'll show you how they look like after I finish frying everything. I've already finished frying the chicken and I've also removed the crumbs that's inside the oil. And now I'm going to fry this marinade to make it into crispy bits. Now it's a little bit thick right now, so I'm just going to add in a little bit of water. Right, something like this will be good. Okay, using the same medium heat, we'll slowly pour this into the oil. Stir it up and be very careful when you do this. Move it around. So same thing, we'll fry this to a dark brown color similar to the chicken. Let them fry for a while first before we try and move them around. I'm using medium heat again. You can break them up a little bit. This is going to be super crispy and very good with rice. I've been frying this for a while already. As you can see, there's less bubbles now, meaning that these will be crispy now. We'll just remove them from the oil. This is the color that we want to achieve. I've been frying this for a while. Now the important thing to remember is do not turn off the heat until you remove everything. Alright, this will be very crispy. And now it's time for our lunch. And now the dish is done. Let's have a taste. Oh, it's a very, very beautiful aroma that we have over here. All the different spices together. This is really nice. Let us try the crunchy bit first. You hear that? Hear how crispy it is? Wow, nice. Try the chicken. Oh. The combination of this spice, the chicken flavor, the juiciness, the tenderness, this is really, really fantastic. Like what I said just now, it really goes very well with coconut rice or even plain rice. This can be a meal on its own, or as a meal with your other dishes. So ladies and gentlemen, I hope you like our video. Do click like on our video and do subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching, and now it's your turn to cook. See you. Bye bye.